Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to my video channel, my YouTube channel. Um, I recently made a video in Turkish, speaking in Turkish after not having studied it for about 2 months. It was very difficult. It was harder than I remember it being, um, but I feel like I sort of got somewhere once I started speaking. A few things that this is why I'm starting this way is because a few things that I forgot to cover or forgot the words to cover um, was that even though I hadn't been studying Turkish formally for 2 months, I'm around the language every day. So I really feel that even though from that video it looks like my speaking level is much worse, um, I feel like my passive understanding is a bit better. I feel like um, when people speak to me, the meaning comes across a little easier. It used to be really, really hard to pick up what people were saying, and I feel like that is sort of getting a bit easier for me to understand. Maybe something else I wanted to cover. Something else I wanted to cover on the topic, or sort of related to it, but I had no idea how to say it in Turkish was that I have had a few dreams where I'm where Turkish is being spoken. Let's not say I'm speaking Turkish or the dream is in Turkish, but I've had a few dreams where Turkish is being spoken, and I feel that a lot of people like to say that they think in Turkish and they dream in Turkish, therefore their level is high or something. But it's never really been a big deal for me. Yeah, like it didn't really matter that much, and it was never something I wanted to achieve. However, when it did happen, it was very interesting, and I would like to share some experiences with that. Let's talk about dreaming and then a little bit more about thought later. So, one of the most vivid dreams that I still remember where Turkish was spoken, and it has happened a few times, but this is the one I remember, was that it sort of went like this. I was talking to one guy at a counter in English, and the dream, it seemed like it wasn't in Turkey. It seemed like it was in Australia or some other English speaking country. Um, and then we finished our thing, and the guy went away to go fix something. And then another receptionist, she turned around and asked me a question that I have been hearing in the service industry since I got here, which is başka şey ister misin? Did you need anything else? Would you like anything else? And that's something that if you're at a restaurant, if you're at a shop, if you're wherever, they will ask you it. And and I responded in very broken Turkish. Um, Whatever I responded with, I can't remember. But if you would like an example of broken Turkish, go check out my other video. So, what was really interesting was, yes, I was dreaming in Turkish, I guess you could say. However, you know, if you can do, if you have control over your dreams or whatnot, you would imagine that your Turkish would be also very good. But it wasn't. My Turkish was, when I spoke in my dream, essentially at the level that it is now or was when I had the dream. So what I found really interesting was it seemed to be that I guess my dream or the content within my dream was limited by my conscious ability or the subconscious ability. Um, what was really interesting for me was it seemed like in my subconscious, um, the limits of my Turkish were very similar to the limits when I'm consciously speaking. Um, and I also have a feeling or a theory that the reason that scene played out in my mind was more so because it's just something that I have heard so many times here in Turkey. So I feel like it was kind of like a scene that I had relived and played in my mind and in real life so many times that it just felt normal in my dream. So that was really interesting. And so I wonder if when people aim to hear these languages and experience them in their dreams, if they are actively in some way participating with this language, or if they're sort of more like playing a film in their mind subconsciously, which is what I feel happened in my dream. It's still great. I love it. But it was just a very interesting thing. And on a very short note about thinking in languages as well, um, I still think in English, and I don't ever know if that will change. Or maybe I just think and then we interpret it as thinking it in English. But um, sometimes I think in Turkish, but actually, what I'm really doing is just maybe repeating conversations in my head or playing them like a movie or a video. If I meet this person, what would I say? And if they say this, what would I say? But if they say something else, what would I say? So I feel like that's not necessarily subconsciously thinking in the language, but rather internally playing the language over in your brain. What does this mean? I don't know. It's just sort of a little point in my video channel of creating a diary of my experiences learning languages, and so far that's where I feel like I'm up to. Turkish does come into my brain and into my dreams and thoughts, but in very selective ways and methods, I guess. So, I know a lot of, I mean, it seems like a very interesting topic. Maybe it's not. But if you have any of your own experiences or you'd like to share some thoughts about this, I would love to hear it and I would love to discuss it in the comments. So please hit me up, give me some comments and some feedback, and I will see you in another video, hopefully not too far away in the near future. Bye for now.